Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about something that a lot of us will face at some point, and that's job interviews. An interview is one of the most important stage in the recruitment process. For a lot of people, it can feel really stressful because you are sitting in front of HR, a user, or a company representative who's there to evaluate you. But here's the thing, an interview isn't just a simple question and answer session. It's actually an opportunity to show who you are, what skill you have, and how you think, and how you are ready to join a company or organization. And in the professional world, having good grades or solid experience alone isn't always enough. You also need to be able to communicate well, explain your strengths clearly, understand the position you are applying for, and carry yourself in the professional way. That's why understanding how interface works is so important, especially for students, fresh graduates, and anyone who's getting ready to enter the workforce. Now, from the company side, an interview is used to assess whether a candidate has the right skill, attitude, and character for the role. And from your side as an applicant, it's also a chance to learn more about the company, their work culture, the responsibilities of the role, and the growth opportunities they offer. So it really goes both ways. One important thing to keep in mind is that the interviewers don't only evaluate your answer, they also pay attention to how you speak, your body language, your honestly, your confidence, and how you respond when things get difficult. So, interview preparation isn't just about memorizing answer. It's about practicing how to deliver those answers naturally. And then, uh, lastly, don't forget to prepare some question for the interviewer to things like who the team works, what's expect from the role, or what learning opportunities are available. Candidates who ask thoughtful questions usually come across as more authentic and serious about the opportunity. For the experience-based question, a really useful approach is the START method: situation, task, action, and result. So you explain the situation, describe your role or text, walk through the action you took, and then share the outcome. It keeps your answer structured and easy to follow. Alright, that's the preparation side. Now my team is going to continue with what you should actually do on the day of the interview. Stay tuned.
So now let's talk about what to do during the interview itself. The first thing to pay attention to is your attitude. Arriving on time, dressing neatly, and showing good manners are the basics. But they matter a lot because they directly shape the interviewer's first impressions of you. If it's an online interview, make sure your internet connection is stable, your camera and microphone are working, and that you're in a quiet enough place. At the beginning of the interview, you'll usually be asked to introduce yourself. Your introduction doesn't need to be long, but it should be clear, focused, and relevant. Mention your name, your educational background, your main interests, the experience or projects you've worked on, and why you're interested in the positions. For example, something like, my name is Muhammad Excel Prayoga. I'm a student with an interest in technology, particularly website development and front-end development. I've worked on several projects including portfolio websites, dashboard systems, and web-based applications. Through those experience, I become familiar with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and basic concepts of applications development. I'm interested in this opportunity because I want to grow my skills directly in a professional environment. And then, when answering questions, speak clearly, don't rush, and try to stay calm. If a question is difficult, it's completely fine to take a few seconds before answering. That's always better than rushing into an answer without clear directions. Honestly, is also really important here. If you haven't fully mastered a certain skill, don't pretend that you have. A better answer would be acknowledge that you're still learning while showing a genuine willingness to improve. Something like, I haven't gone too deep into that area yet, but I've learned the basics and I'm ready to develop further if needed. That kind of answer sounds far more professional than overstating your abilities. Now, beyond just answering well, there are a few things that can really boost your evaluation as a candidate. The first is being able to explain your experience with concrete examples. Instead of just saying something general like I can work in a team, it's much more impactful to walk through a real experience. Talk about a time you work in a group, how tasks were divided, how conflict were handled, and what you achieved together. And then second, having a portfolio or proof of work can be a significant advantage, especially in fields like technology, design, writing, or marketing. It shows that you don't just understand the theory, you've actually applied it in a real project. The third, showing a genuine willingness to learn matters a lot. Many companies aren't just looking for someone who already knows everything. They want someone who's motivated to grow. Candidates who are honest, eager to learn, and open to feedback tend to have better opportunities. The fourth, good communication skills play a big role too. You don't need to sound overly formal, but your answer should be polite, clear, and relevant. And then the last one is showing real interest in the company or the role can improve your evaluations. If you've done your research and can mention something specific about the company, like their field, their work approach, or how the opportunity aligns with your career goals, that goes a long way. Alright, now my other teammate is going to close things out by covering the common mistakes to avoid and what to do after the interview is over.
Hey, I'm going to wrap things up for us today. So after everything that's been covered, preparation, what to do during the interview, and what make you stand out, I want to talk about the mistake that candidates commonly make, and then what you should do once the interview is finished. Starting with the mistake, the first one is being late. Showing up late can immediately give the impression that you lack discipline, and unless there's a clear emergency and you inform the interviewer beforehand, it's really hard to recover from that first impression. The second one is not understanding your own CV. Interviewer will often ask detailed questions about the experience, skills, or project listen on your CV. If you can explain that properly, you credibly drop significantly. Third, avoid giving answers that are too short. Responding with just yes or I have without any follow-ups makes it difficult for the interviewer to actually assess your abilities. But the opposite is also a problem. Answers are too long and go off topic aren't good either. Try to keep your answer focused and relevant to make what's actually asked. And another things to avoid, don't speak negatively about previous workplace, lectures, teamwork, or past experience. Even if things weren't great, find a way to talk about it professionally. How you handle that kind of a question say a lot about your character. Now, once the interview is over, the process doesn't just end there. Take some to reflect on how it went. Try to recall which questions were asked, which part you felt confident about, and which area you think still need work. This kind of self-evaluation is really valuable because it helps you improve for future interviews. If possible, you can also send a short, polite thank you message to the interview afterward. Something like, "Thank you for the opportunity to interview. I really enjoy learn more about the role and the company, and I hope I'll have the chance to contribute if given the opportunity." It's a small gesture, but it reflects good manner and professionalism. So, to close everything out, an interview isn't just about whether you get accepted or rejected. It's a learned process. It's a chance to understand the professional world better, to practice communicating about yourself and recognizing your own value. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show that you're ready to learn, that you're responsible, and that you have to passionately to grow. And the more you prepare and reflect after each experience, the better your chance become in every opportunity that follows. We hope this has been helpful. Good luck with your interview and pushing forward.